Two Chairs No Waiting, episode number 132. Poor Butterfly. Two Chairs No Waiting is brought to you each week by weaversdepartmentstore.com. Drop by over at Weavers and you will not be disappointed. If you're a Mayberry fan, they have all kinds of things you're going to love. We got the Rodney Dillard's new CD is over there. You can pick it up. There's all kinds of things. Just drop by weaversdepartmentstore.com. Two Chairs No Waiting is also brought to you by donations from listeners just like you. The executive producer of Two Chairs No Waiting, episode number 132, is David Morris. Hey, David. Hey, thanks. We really appreciate all you do. Hello, everybody. I'm Allan Newsome, your host for Two Chairs No Waiting, and I am so glad to have you with me tonight. It's just, it's been a good Mayberry weekend. I just finished up. We had a big event over in Westminster, South Carolina, here in 2011. I don't know when you'll be listening to this, but it was a great weekend. And if you actually see me on the video, I've got a little bit of a blistered face from being out in the sun. But so I'm not embarrassed. I'm just glad to be here. But folks, hey, I am so glad to have you again. Like I said, we've been talking the last several weeks about things about Lum and Abner. Well, you know, I figured it was time to take a little bit of a break from Lum and Abner, even though I get focused on something like this, and I just want to continue to talk about it because I keep finding little tidbits that I think you'll enjoy. But I found this other thing that I also think you're going to enjoy. That's another little bit of trivialities here in Mayberry, and we're going to have some fun with it tonight. Now, I'm sure you've all enjoyed the episode Convicts at Large. You know that episode. It's episode number 74, and it was filmed on my birthday. Back in 1962, it was December the 10th, 1962, that it was actually aired. It wasn't filmed. It was aired that day. And remember, Convicts at Large had Big Maude Tyler, Sally, and the convicted husband beater, Naomi Connors. Well, yeah, in that episode, well, let's start from here. In the episode, Sally gets bored, and we're going to play a little bit of this clip for you just to set the whole thing up. So here's Sally.
When are we going to get out of here?
This is when Floyd and Barney are captured up in the cabin.
I'm bored stiff.
Sally's
well, we
bored.
Till the heat's off. Put on some music. Oh, all right.
And she's dancing around. Barney and Floyd are sitting on the couch.
Oh, that old Cascades Club in Toledo. Come on now, honey, like we used to.
What?
Come on, dance with me.
I don't want to dance.
Oh, come on now, honey, just one little dance for old time's sake.
No.
If Sally wants to dance, you dance.
So Big Maude makes Barney get up and dance with Sally, you know, and he gets aggravated because if I'm going to dance, at least let me lead. You know, he's wanting to lead and stuff. So anyway, the next little clip here, we're going to hear. Now you remember Naomi and Big Maude and Sally had captured Floyd and Barney in O'Malley's cabin. Y'all remember this. This is it's a great scene. You got Floyd in his fisherman outfit, and you know, and we've talked about this before. Naomi, you'll remember, is Jean Carson, the fun girl. Hello, doll. That one is Naomi, the convicted husband beater. Well, here's our next little clip. Here is this has nothing to do particular other than the music. Now, that's what I really want us to focus on. The music in the background. Now, remember, you just heard that, that music. That music is playing, and as Barney and Sally are dancing, the music changes. Now, you may not have ever wondered this, and you may already have known it, but I didn't know the music. What is it? Well, we're fixing to find out, but let's hear it first. Let's hear this first.
Yeah, Barney, you're a good dancer. Very light on your feet.
Naomi and her husband. That was their song.
That was their song. Well, have you ever wondered what that song is? Well, let me play just a little bit of a clip for you here of this music. See if you recognize this music right here. Okay, let's play another clip. This is the same song, just a little bit different. You'll hear it just a little bit different, but you recognize it, right? Okay, that song is called Poor Butterfly. That's where the episode tonight's name came from, our podcast episode. So it's called Poor Butterfly. And in this particular case, what you're hearing is by Benny Goodman. And so was the previous one. They both were. And we're going to listen to one more real quick. And this one is from Coleman Hawkins. This is from he played a tenor sax. This is a clarinet that we're hearing, the lead. So let's hear this other version. All right, so let me give you a little bit of information. We'll leave this kind of playing in the background. This song was written by John Raymond Hubble. Was the name of the composer. Okay. And the song, as I said, is called Poor Butterfly. It has been recorded a lot of times. And it was inspired by an opera called Madame Butterfly. And contains a brief musical quote from Act 2 of the... anyway, it goes into all that stuff that I don't know about. Musicians, if you want to know about it, there's going to be links at the Two Chairs No Waiting episode number 132 site. There, if you go to twochairsnowaiting.com and then go to episode number 132, you'll be able to get links and information about this particular bit of music. But there were a lot of versions of this song. Poor Butterfly is the name of it, and there were a lot of different versions, a lot of different people. There's music that goes along with it as well. I mean, not music, lyrics that go along with it as well. And we're hearing this out of Convicts at Large. Now, we've already heard the first clip of it there in Convicts at Large. Everything shrank here on the desktop. In that episode. So now what we're going to hear is the next clip. Now this is after Andy and Barney have Floyd and and Sally had gone to town, and Andy had met Floyd outside the barbershop there, well, outside of Foley's really, and Andy saw the girl back there and says, "Oh, you devil." You remember all that? And Floyd's trying to let him know that there's in here. But then they leave, and Andy watches the bus arrive, and he sees O'Malley. Okay, so Andy and O'Malley get in the squad car and head back up to his cabin because they're sure, Andy's sure something strange is going on. All right, so that's kind of where we were. Now remember, Sally was playing the music, and Barney and she were dancing. Then the music changed to Poor Butterfly, and Naomi got mad and busted the vase over his head. Now listen closely. Right after Andy and O'Malley headed back up to the cabin, Floyd and Sally had arrived back at the cabin and walk in the door. Now I want you to listen to this clip of when they return. Okay, so this is when they first come back to the cabin. Listen to that music.
Ah, come on. Put up your dukes. Come on.
No!
You're no fun. Oh, leave him be, Naomi. The copper doesn't want to fight. Here, hold the heater on him. I feel like dancing.
Oh, for Pete's sake, I've danced till I'm blue in the face.
Oh, come on.
No!
We're home.
Any hitches?
Nope. Charlie Chasey had talked to the sheriff, but he was a good boy.
Good. Well, I'm starving. Let's eat. Sally, get some water. Naomi, you cook. Four Eyes over here on the sofa.
All right, so you're hearing the music, right? That was the same music. It was still Poor Butterfly, but Naomi, she was trying to get Barney to fight with her, but she wasn't mad, at least not to the point where she was busting vases over her head. I'd never noticed that that was the exact same music that made her mad enough to bust a vase over Floyd's head. I'd never noticed that. So in that same episode, it was played twice. So just so you'll know. Well, going back, before we go to that, we got to hear this one clip because I love it. So this has nothing to do with the music or anything like that. But here's our next clip that I've got to play.
Oh, hell! If those hamburgers are ruined, I won't be responsible.
Yeah, I just had to play it. I just love that. Maude, Al, if those hamburgers are ruined, I won't be responsible. Okay, now going back to Poor Butterfly. Here we are. So we've just heard it played in the same episode, Convicts at Large, twice. Once when Naomi busted the vase over the head, and then the second time right after Andy and Mr. O'Malley had headed back up to the cabin from Mayberry, and just before Floyd and Sally walked back into the door, it was playing when they walked in the door. And we're home. It was playing then. Okay. Now I want you to listen to this. This is our next episode we're going to listen to. And this is My Fair Ernest T. Bass. And, that is episode number, what is it? I've got it right here. Well, it's number 112. And it was from February 3rd, 1964. Now, this is about 20 minutes and 10 seconds into the episode. If you've got one of the DVD sets, if you got the season sets, you can get them from Weaver's, by the way. If you have one, you can go to about 20 minutes and 10 seconds into the episode, and that's where this clip's coming from. I want you to listen. This is at Mrs. Wiley's tea party, and Ernest T is being passed off as Oliver Gossage. He and Ramona have been out on the front porch, and Mrs. Wiley called them in. Ramona? Oh, there you are. It's where we're starting. And listen to the music that plays in the background. There's a different tempo to it, but listen close.
Oh, there you are. I didn't think you'd want to miss this. We're going to have a tag dance. Now, you all know the rules. When you're tagged, you give up your partner. Ready?
Where do you suppose Ernest T and Ramona was off to?
I don't know. Apparently he didn't do nothing wrong. She seems to like him.
Yeah.
Ain't fair.
It's perfectly all right. Now, if you want to dance with somebody else, well, you just tag and you get your turn.
Just like that?
Just like that.
Didn't take.
Well, you didn't tag him firm enough.
Huh?
Let him know you're there. Tell him you're cutting in.
Give it to him firm.
That's the idea.
Cutting in. All right. So you heard the music. Now it was a different tempo, I suppose is the right way to say it. I'm not a musician, so don't be writing me or calling me and telling me the right terms. You understand what I'm trying to say. So here again is the Benny Goodman version. It's kind of slow, right? And this is a tenor sax. A little bit more jazzy. And here's Ernest T's version.
She seems to like him.
Yeah.
Listen in the background.
Ain't fair. It's perfectly all right.
All
Now,
right,
if you
so
want to dance with
there
somebody else,
again,
we just
that
tag it
is
together.
Ernest T. Bass in Poor Butterfly. So there's in my Fair Ernest T. Bass, but that was Poor Butterfly. So folks, hey, I hope you enjoyed that. That was a little bit of trivia, a little bit of music, and very well may be that song is used in other places in the Andy Griffith Show. Now, I've never noticed it, but it's definitely something we want to keep our ear out for, folks here on the podcast. And you can report back to me. You can email me at floyd@imayberry.com and let me know. You can call me. It'd be even better if you can call. And yeah, some of you musicians, you can call me and tell me how I was wrong. I'll be glad to hear it and get the terms right, because I know you guys actually know tempo and all that stuff. My son Adam's in the band. He's always correcting me. But if you want to call in, I'd love to hear from you too. 888-684-8415. You can give me a call there, and we'd be glad to hear from you. And you can also leave comments at twochairsnowaiting.com or at facebook.com/2chairs. Any of those places, I'd love to hear from you. And it's always a pleasure to me to hear from you guys, because then I know what you're wanting to hear about. Making sure that you're enjoying the show, because this show's all for you, and for my memory, because, there's things that I talked about last week that I can't remember until I hear it again. So, so folks, hey, that's all I've got for you tonight. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you'll join me again next week on Two Chairs No Waiting, your Mayberry podcast. We'll see you guys then. Bye.